What's good, YouTube? DJ Spontaneous here, Spontaneous Entertainment. I had a few, I've been putting up a lot of videos lately, and a few people have been asking me how I put the flat screen on the speaker stand, right, as far as the size is concerned. So I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you the wall mount that I use, how I use O-clamps, wall mount, and flat wall mount, and how I set it up, the screws you need. Kind of like a do-it-yourself, so you guys can check it out. Of course, this is just an alternative because I know a lot of the big companies, what they use is the Global Truss, and Global Truss is off the hook. But for a lot of DJs, let's say who don't have the big band, and let's say are not big companies, but they want to provide a big service. This is just an alternative. So check it out. I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay, guys. This is my little transport package for my flat screen, so that you can see kind of like how I take my my screen to events. It's actually just it's a canvas case that I bought. It's a little different than those big metal cases that they're like $300-400. Of course, they give you super security, but this is just an alternative, just something a little less expensive, a little less bulky. Just easy to carry. It's a very strong canvas bag by a place called, I think it's like Affordable Displays or something. I'll put the link below, so I can show you what's inside the bag. See, the bag supports, I think it's maximum about 34. I think it's 40 or 50 pounds, something like that. Check the specs. They have two sizes. Those for those who like to carry 40-inch screens and 50-inch screens. It's pretty cool, it's pretty tough, pretty solid. Open it up, and I like to carry everything together. So we have the HDMI cable. I have the wall mount that actually goes on the stand itself. Alright, I'll put this on the side over here. And then I have the most important pieces, which are the two O-clamps. And I'll show you guys how this goes all together in a second. Oh, let me take out the television. I also did a little something different, which is kind of cool. Since the bag has no padding. If you want a bag with padding, so that's about $300. This is a little homemade remedy, you could say. I went to a fabric store, and in this fabric store they sell padding. So I bought a padding. That was so I think an inch thick or 2 inch, about an inch thick, and I just covered it in fabric, so it's like a pillow that keeps the screen safe while it's in the bag. So it's a little something different, just an alternative. Like I said, it was only maybe $6-7 for the padding, and another $10 for the fabric. So it's kind of cool. And I'll show you guys how to put the wall mount together. Okay, these are the things that you're gonna need. Okay. This tape measure you don't need. This is your O-clamp. This is the screw that you need. Now the screw, I'll show you. I believe it's an 1.25 inches in length, and in diameter I would say it's 1/4 inch. So an inch and 1/4 in length, and in diameter 1/4 inch. So with this butter knife, but obviously I can't find my screwdriver, just quick notice. Flick the piece out. Take the screw out. Now you're clean. Now if you notice, they are the same size. Notice they are the same size. They're just different. You could tell they're different widths. This one's thinner. Perfect. Just make sure you get the butterfly kit with it. Then you take this, you replace it, put that screw in there instead. And once you have that screw in there, well, with the washer obviously you'd use. That's your screw, put your back in. Now you're perfectly replaced with the thinnest screw. And you're good to go. Okay, once you have the clamps, the screws already changed. Once the screws are changed, then you're ready to put it on your monoprice. I definitely suggest monoprice because this is a very good stand, inexpensive too. It's only it's solid steel, definitely hardcore. I think it's about maybe 15-16 bucks. And the two holes here are where you're going to be putting the screws that we put together in the last a few minutes ago. That's what we're going to be putting in these two, because the girth, the actual width of the screw itself, the original O clamps will not fit. So these fit perfectly. So we slide these off. You know, after you pick them up at Home Depot. And what we do is we put the first one in. Put the next one in. There it is. So now we actually have, you know what? I'll switch it around. There we go. So now we have the nuts in. Well, I think they're banana clips. And we have both now. They're both, if you notice, they're ready to be put on a speaker pole, and it's very secure, very secure. It's solid, it doesn't move. Now remember, if you have a T-stand, let's say a lighting pole with a T-stand, you can actually connect them to either corner or on the sides here and put them on the T-stand, so you still have the same stability. Okay, let's put them on the stand. Okay, here we have our, I use Ultimate TS100 stands, the hydraulic stands. Definitely a great stand. You know, pretty good with the hydraulic. Takes a lot off your back. It's pretty good. I definitely recommend it. I have 4. I don't play. And you see the tip there? Okay, I'll show you guys how to attach the wall mount. So you notice it's open. Now we just take it. Open up the clamps, clamp the bottom, clamp the top, 1, 2. So now if you notice, now it's on, right? It's on. It's not secure yet because we didn't tighten the bolts yet. But once we tighten the bolts, there it is. Now it's not moving anywhere. It can support. I mean, you already know these clamps are very strong. And I'll show you guys how to connect the television now. Okay, the wall mount. Wall mount comes with the two, how do you say, the pieces that go onto the television, the two clamps, I would say. I don't know what you would call these, the actual, the fasteners, I don't know what you would call them. They come with the, you know, with this, they come with the screws. All you do is clamp them onto the back of the flat screen. And, you know, this particular flat screen is, it tilts, or you can have it regular. I prefer to have mine straight, I don't tilt it. Then this is what we actually, these clamps, I don't know if you can see them, but this is what I actually clip onto the wall mount that's on the stand. And you're probably wondering what this is. This is what's called an HDMI saver, because unlike our DJ equipment, when you pull in and out the RCA cables, the XLR cables, and cables like that, you know, they're made for that constant in and out, in and out, in and out. The HDMI ports are not. So if you damage this, the television is damaged, and it probably costs about $400 or $500 to repair just this little piece on an entire television. So to avoid that, I would say get the HDMI saver, which you can also get at mono price. It's like $3. And this is the actual port that gets all the wear and tear. So when you need this replaced, all you do is pay $3 and get a new piece. So I think it's the best investment. And that's it. So let's check it out on the stand. Okay, we have our stand. Now we're about to clamp the television on. Now, remember, it's already in place. The hooks are there. It's exactly like hanging up a painting. So what you do, is these two clamps. You clamp them on and it clamps right in. Now, the actual wall mount itself does come with, you know, with like a wall mount lock. So it's just a little screw that you screw up and it locks it onto the stand itself. I personally don't use it, but you know, like I said, safety first. So you know, you're more than welcome to try it. I haven't tried it yet. So this is how the wall mount looks. I'll give you like the side view. See if I can spin it. See, so you can see it's very sleek. You know, it's almost, you know, it's a very thin screen, so works out just perfect. And then you can hook up the cables and you're good to go. It's flat, and then once you hook it up with the I guess the scrim, should be good to go. And that's about it. Now let's flip it around so you can see what it looks like from the front. See, so then that would be your screen. And it's pretty solid. It's not moving anywhere. See, so hold on, let me move back a little bit. It's pretty solid. See? Doesn't play. And this particular, remember this hydraulic stand goes all the way up. So if I unscrew it just a little bit, it goes all the way up to full extension, which is pretty high. I'll tilt the camera up. That's because it's out of the camera range. I'll bring it up. See, so it's pretty high. It looks good. And I am 6'2". So if you can see, it goes up, I would say a good 7 feet. So yeah, so it's a pretty good mount. Like I said, once you have your scrims and you hook up everything, good to go. It's nice and sturdy, it won't move. So enjoy. I've heard it online. Practice and enjoy, because you're good to go.